You were a border governor for many years. What experiences tell you that immigration is a net positive for the U.S. economy?
Well, it was a net positive in New Mexico. 43% of our state is Hispanic. We're a border state. We did have some border violence issues, but we didn't have heavy illegal immigration flows. We had some. But what I found was the best thing to do was integrate these immigrants into society, into the economy. We had a DREAM Act early on that allowed immigrant kids to get education, so long as they fulfilled the same academic conditions as any other New Mexican. We also provided licenses, driver's licenses to immigrants. This is a positive because it increases safety. You find out where they are because they've given you their target, their address. It increases insurance rates. They're insured, but mainly safety in the highways. My head of Homeland Security said, Governor, sign this bill that gives them driver's licenses because it'll increase safety on our highways. We had big DWI problems, big problems with a lot of accidents. And we found that the licenses integrated them into the New Mexico economy, and they were productive workers. Many states have followed that, but also it caused a backlash at the time that I was governor. So it was controversial. It's not easy. This is not an easy issue. You don't win votes being for immigration reform. I don't think you win votes either for being anti-immigrant, anti-inflammatory.
Immigration has become, at least it seems to me, a hyper-partisan issue in your time in the House and as governor of New Mexico. Was it that way?
When I was in the Congress, in the past, immigration has not been a partisan issue. It was bipartisan. The Simpson-Masoli Act, Alan Simpson, a Republican, Romano Mazzoli, a Democrat, Ronald Reagan as president. Landmark Act passed in '86 that legalized 3 million immigrants. It's always been bipartisan. In New Mexico, Democratic legislature, Democratic governor, but support from the Republican business community. Unfortunately, today, it's become hyper-partisan, and the debate has shifted. The debate used to be here in Washington, do we first do border security and then legalization? Today, because of Donald Trump and other negative voices, it's should we deport 11 million or not deport 11 million?
You described Donald Trump's immigration proposal as ludicrous, impractical, and racist, but surely there are Republicans who have better ideas. Before we started recording, you said that George W. Bush put up what was a very reasonable plan.
Well, Republicans over the years, Alan Simpson, George W. Bush, I believe the best immigration plan was George W. Bush's, which basically at the same time enhanced border security, brought legal immigration into positive light, and legalized 11 million applicants with conditions. They had to pass a background check. They had to pay back taxes. They had to learn American values. I think that was the best immigration plan, and it was a Republican, George W. Bush, a former Texas governor that knew the Hispanic community, that knew Mexico. And so, unfortunately, today it's totally inflamed and partisan.
On the other hand, Democrats were in charge of the House of Representatives and the Senate from 2008 through early 2011. Nothing happened. And my suspicion is that perhaps Democrats would prefer to have that issue in their pocket than actually do something positive to fix the immigration problem and let those flows happen.
Well, while I think a majority of Democrats want to see immigration reform, there are some that probably like the status quo. I'm not blaming just one party. I'm saying both parties should have been more active. You know, President Bush had an immigration plan, a good one, but his own party killed it. President Obama had a good immigration plan, and there didn't seem to be enough intensity among Democrats to pass a comprehensive plan. They had other priorities, health care, other issues that I think are not as important. as immigration reform. So I'm not just castigating one party, but what is going to be crucial if there's going to be passage of a comprehensive immigration reform bill, either next year or with the next president, is some kind of bipartisanship. There is a Tea Party faction in the Republican Party that no matter what is not going to want immigration reform. But I think there are enough moderates, enough Republicans, and enough Democrats to pass a comprehensive bill that does two things: enhances border security, but legalizes with conditions 11 million that want to be part of America, and lastly, increases the cap or gets rid of the cap for the highly skilled 1B workers that we need for our economy.
So you said eliminating the cap on H-1B visas would be a step in the right direction, but there are a lot of people who come to the United States who are of lower skill, who would like to integrate themselves in the economy as well.
Yeah. I think the low-skill, high-skill workers, statistics show that it improves our economy. It reduces the deficit. It promotes economic growth. It's more tax revenue. It's more Social Security.
So for the low-skilled immigrants, what do you propose there? Because H-1B is a more specific.
Well, what I propose is no special favors. Satisfy certain conditions because you did come here legally. Pass a background check. Learn American values. Have a sense of a commitment to making sure that you're a productive worker. I think the conditions that are in the legislation, pay back taxes, pay a fine for coming here illegally, fulfill those conditions, and then become part of the American dream.